Misfit Black Girl. Sam, whenever Jimmy Dore comes up, I always wonder why you never bring up your interview with Donegal Goldthwait Young a while back about her book, Irony and Outrage. Jimmy is very obviously practicing outrage comedy, which she designates as a right-wing form of comedy, much more similar to Rush Limbaugh than to Jon Stewart. This might be merely an aesthetic fact at first, but it has almost certainly created a circular feedback loop where he attracts a right-wing audience and shifts his content consciously or not to please them. I think that dynamic is happening with a bunch of the people that we talk about. And to some extent, the more, again, it's the same thing with Dave Rubin. Like, yes, every now and then, if we get a good Dave Rubin clip, we do it because he's so dumb and it's fun to watch. And I think increasingly that's going to be, the dynamic with somebody like Jimmy Dore and with somebody like even like with Greenwald to a certain extent. Like, their audience is increasingly right-wing audience. Mm-hmm. And in that instance, it's like, okay, these are, they're, Steven Crowder types and we can.
That's what I was going to say. It's like, it's more Crowder. Yeah. As Misfit Black Girl says, more Crowder, more Limbaugh than anything I see on the left. I
mean, but the point being is that the urgency to deal with them becomes less.
Yeah.
Because or at least the disposition towards them becomes different. Like, you can see increasingly that, who their audience is. And that's fine. They're going to make it, plenty of money that way. And God bless them. That is, typical for the right. The nature of the content is more helpful. They have more backing. They have more opportunity to, to get paid to go on to, Rumble or whatever it is.
And it's a different flavor, too, because then, just like Rubin, as you say, you can
say
I'm a part of the left for a little
while.
But Glenn's time is running out in that area. Jimmy's is, I think he's got more runway to still pretend to be a leftist. But, there's a shelf life for that gig. But it's profitable along the way.
Yeah, but the biggest concern that I have is more just like how much it's a different audience that thinks that they're leftist mm-hmm. and is getting fed right-wing structures, right-wing framing, when you think you're a leftist and suddenly like you're just getting fed libertarianism.
Suddenly
why
you think
am I defending
Bugle...
Bitcoin all of a sudden?
Right, exactly.
I love the Bugle Boys, and I have more in common with them than with the Squad for some reason.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's about nihilism, and it's the worst kind of accelerationist, because I can understand the concept of someone being an accelerationist if they have, at the end of that acceleration, a vision for a radical revolution. I may disagree with that posture, but at least I can understand it. These guys are accelerationists to nihilism. There is no ideology
it's
here.
It's anti-elite, and anyone who's on television's an elite, and anyone who's in
Well, but whoever's not them at that moment is elite.
Right.
Right? I mean, like, look, Peter Thiel is the elite, right? And so...
Well, he's not allowed to say his name.
Well, but the point is that, like, look, we can see what's happening with Glenn. You can talk about the elites and the CIA and this and that, but what about Palantir? You don't think these are the same people?
Hey, he's just trying to decentralize the CIA.
Right. I mean, honestly, for Glenn and for Jimmy to a certain extent, for all of these people, there's no ideological basis to what they're talking about. They're just saying that, like, and they try to make it like, we're not partisan. We're not about, it's just, they still have a team. And their team is just doing just as reprehensible things as the team that they rail on. It's just that's my team. I mean, honestly, like, I don't want to quote the Who, but it's like, meet the new boss.
Yeah, they serve the team that they rail against.
Right. Well, I mean, on some level, I mean, it's.
You don't think it like serves elites to go on Rumble and
Wait, they don't. They're not attacking elites. They're attacking a specific set of elites that they're not aligned with.
They serve that what they do serves the interest of who they purport to be attacking.
But he doesn't purport to be attacking Teal. You know, he's just like they're the good big tech
The money
monopolists.
interests, right? Okay, all right, right.
I mean, I do think it's funny to like say you're a civil libertarian and then say what the Larry Krasner race is missing is this story about how he's actually selling out cops and actually we need to be more friendly to cops. Like, I don't know.
Who said that?
That was Greenwald. He posted a guest article by someone saying, being very pro-cop and saying Larry Krasner was responsible in part for the rise in crime.
I also hear
God.
Glenn's having an interesting time trying to thread the needle of Biden's withdrawal, but really it's the Democrats' fault.
Well, that's the thing is like Glenn was hitting Biden during the primary because he was tough on crime Biden and crime bill Biden, and then now he's doing this stuff about how the left is ignoring like communities that say they want more police funding. Like the through line there is anti-Democrat.
Right. As Sam says, there's no ideological underpinning to it.
Folks, there's more of what you've just saw where that came from. That's if you hit the subscribe and like button. Thank you. Really, thank you.